Okay, back from a little break. So I figured out what was going on. I had my SSH config very, very, very strict on the server, which you should, and so I was blocking tunneling. So I enabled that, and as you can see, I can hit my Mastodon server that's running in Docker, and Ruby by default or Rails is likely blocking this, right? It's coming from a local host domain, which is totally reasonable. So this means that we're up and running, and we can go ahead and add the next step, which is the tunnel. So if we come back to our diagram here, right? We can maybe draw a little bit about how the tunnel works. So on our machine here, let's do this. We are going to add a container here, which is a tunnel. And this Cloudflare tunnel, right? And so over here is going to be, Cloudflare. And so our clients are going to come in through here, right? So like mobile apps and all that kind of stuff, right? Inbound traffic is going to come through here. It's going to go into Cloudflare, and then the tunnel is essentially a product that is sort of essentially like a reverse proxy, but that like is built into their infrastructure. So this tunnel will then hit this, and then this CF tunnel will just be able to only talk to this on that internal network, right? So get rid of these. So this is effectively what happens. So whenever anybody hits, mastodon.zseagull.social, they will hit my server. So if you come into Cloudflare, you can go into their zero tier or zero trust dashboard, and we can create a tunnel. And we're going to have to set up a Docker container, which is fine. But you go in here, you'll create a tunnel, you do Mastodon, or give it whatever name you want, and then it will give you basically a command and a key to run in your infrastructure. So when I hit save, it's going to give me the key, so I'm going to bring this over here. But again, we'll set up the Docker container together, right? So let's do this. Okay, so it's basically giving me some configuration and a token to run. And so what we need to do is we need to update our configuration that we have. So I'm going to stop this container, and we are going to update our Docker Compose. And so what we need to add here is the following. We're going to call this Cloudflare. Restart is going to be always. The image. So this image is a Cloudflare image. So Cloudflare / Cloudflare D :latest. It's going to be running on the Mastodon network. What else? And then we need to give it a command, but we also need to give it an M file. So we will do .m.cloudflare because it will need a token that is over here being given to me in the UI. And let's go ahead and look at this Docker container and see what we can do. So basically, we're doing basically this is the command, and there's also a essentially a dash dash token command that we can give this to run. And I run this already in some other places. Let's see what we want to do. So in Docker Compose, we're going to want to give this a new command. Or really what we want to give it is args, right? Let me make sure I just get this correct. Just because I don't always remember it. It's not build args. Is it just command? I think it might just be command. Let's see. I've got some other examples. Let me find it here. Gotta log into GitLab again. Sign in with the code. There you go. Okie dokie. Docker app. Cloudflare. Yep, okay. So basically what we want to run is command. And then we want to give it tunnel. And this is giving me a token. So it's basically tunnel dash dash no auto update run dash dash token, and then we want to give it the token. And we will pass this token in via an M file. So we'll set that up in a moment. But let's just make sure we have everything. We're restarting always. We have an image. It's on the network. It's got an M file. And technically, it depends on Mastodon. So basically, there's no real reason to run this without the Mastodon container, right? Yeah, probably not. We also probably need to tell this where to run, or we need to tell it like what to proxy to. And we're going to want probably volumes as well, because we want to save the certs and stuff that it sets up when it runs. So we want volumes. And just like we did before, we are going to give it this. Mastodon / Cloudflare. Yep. Okay, so that setup looks pretty good. We will exit out of there. We need to create a Cloudflare directory. And then let's go ahead and let's go back to our tunnel. Okay. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, we need to create an M file. Touch.m.cloudflare. And what did we call that? Just token. Nano.m.cloudflare token equals, and we'll need to hide this for a second. Need to munge this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Put the token, save it, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and run this and see what we get. Token is not set. .m.cloudflare .m.cloudflare okay. That should definitely be there. Yes, it definitely is there. Oh, that's just during the build? Tank, Docker, Mastodon, .m.cloudflare. .m.cloudflare. Yeah, that's definitely there. Okay. Oh, right. That command is an arg that won't get picked up. All right, well, let's just do this. Let's just do this manually for now. So what we're going to do is we'll run our stuff with the tunnel, and then we'll get it set up, and then we'll make it a more permanent setup. But we're going to copy. We're going to copy this because we'll need this. Okay, we're going to save this, and we're going to bring up our stuff. And then what we'll do is we'll run the command in a separate terminal and get everything up and working. So I'm just going to run the raw command that they give, and I'll show you it working. Okay, so the tunnel is up and running. But it doesn't necessarily know what to hit. So we will have to fix that. Okie dokie. So now we're configuring our tunnel, and what we want it to be is mastodon.zsql.social. And then the service is going to be HTTP, and this will be hitting Mastodon:3000. This is basically what it's hitting inside of Docker, right? And we'll just leave these for now. And you can also add access to it, which is pretty cool. So which we can do now. No, we don't need to do that. Okay. And let's see what happens with our tunnel. All right, so our tunnel is running with a connector. You'll see it's up like this. It tried to hit our thing inside, and it did not work. It got 404. So why is that? Okay, bad gateway. Yeah, so basically it says unable to reach. The service may be down or it may not be responding. No such host. Okay. And that is because the tunnel is not running in the Mastodon network. So when we run this tunnel, we need to set it in the network Mastodon. But that tunnel is only in the context of it gives the network a funky name. Let me make sure I get it right. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I was running. I'm a dummy. Okay, I ran the tunnel on my local machine, which is useless. We want to run this here. -- network Mastodon. We want to run the tunnel in here, right? So if we do this, oh, did not find it. Network Mastodon not found. Docker network ls. Okay, Mastodon underscore. Yeah, let's just say it gives it a stupid name. So let's run this tunnel. Now we'll see in Cloudflare. And we're seeing something. Mastodon.zsiegel.social. Okay. All right, I got to look at some DNS stuff, so I'm going to go private for a second, and I will be back. I got to look at this in my screen. Okay, so was fiddling around, and this is clearly just a local DNS issue. Because if I check it on my phone, it works just fine. But if I go to it here in a browser, it doesn't work yet. And I tried clearing my DNS, and I don't necessarily know what this is, but sometimes it takes a really long time to work. But it's out there and running and working from my phone, so we're just going to give this a little bit to resolve for whatever reason. I don't know why it takes so long. So, but it is up and running, and I can show you, like literally on my phone, it's running on my domain. So that's pretty cool. Now what we need to do is we need an admin user. So in order to do that, we need to set up a new user. We'll have to give that user admin privileges, right? So I'm gonna literally sign up here in my phone, and we'll give that a shot. Create a new password. Confirm the password. I agree to my own server rules, terms, and conditions. And that sent an email. Hopefully we got an email. Let's see. No, the mailer failed. Job raised exception. So that might mean that our configuration setup is incorrect. Unconfigured sending domain, zsiegel.social. Okay, so we need to go to SparkPost and fix that. Or we need to fix the configuration, because we have the sending domain set up as mastodon-mail@zsiegel.social. Okay, so let's configure this sending domain. Configuring your environment. Email. From address, delivery methods, server, with no documentation. Awesome. I'm going to guess it's SMTP domain. So, okay, we're going to edit.m.production. We are going to give it smtp_domain. And the domain that we set up was mastodon-mail.zsiegel.social. Mastodon-mail.zsiegel.social. Oh, we might just need to update the from address. Yeah, that's probably right. Okay, so we updated that. Then we will take this down and bring this back up. And maybe our email will still be in the queue and it will just send if we're lucky. Let's see if I can say resend confirmation instructions. Action mailer done. Cool. Let's see. Okay, so it's sending some it's trying to send some emails. It says injection. I think it's sent. Delay. So I'm basically looking at the logs in the Spark and it says it's sending. Or well, it says delay. I don't know what that means. Data command rejected. It's too new. Temporarily blacklisted. By Fastmail, which is my email provider. Okay. Fine. How does that work? Fastmail. Can I whitelist the domain? Yeah, trusted hosts. Okay. So let's go into here. Let's log into email, and because it's for me, I can just whitelist it. So settings, spam protection. Yeah, spam protection, standard, forwarding hosts. Where can I whitelist? Trusted hosts. To your contact. Oh, adding it to the contacts. Okay. So this is going to be email. It's going to be star at mastodon-mail.zsiegel.social. Save. Okay. So now in Spark we might get lucky. It might get sent through. Okay, so it was delayed 3 minutes ago. Is there a way for me to like resend? I can't tell if it's being held or what. So this is saying gray listed. Okay. So how do we fix this? If a host has been graylisted and it successfully passes graylisting twice in a 24-hour period, e.g., it correctly attempts to redeliver a piece of email twice in 24 hours, then that host is whitelisted and not subject to graylisting. Okay, so maybe if I just resend the email again, it will work. Didn't receive confirmation. Resend. Okay, so my server's up and running. I send the email, but it's graylisted. Does it just go to my spam? No, it's just holding on. Graylisting, the worst thing to happen to email. Graylisting. But accepting it on the second attempt. Come on. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to like resend it in here. It does not appear there's a way to do that, which is a bummer. Okay, it says delayed again. Why is it being delayed again? I resent the email. Data command rejected. Is graylisted. Spark post mail. RLR 703. Oh, I'm getting blocked by them. That's so stupid. How do I get off the gray list? Alright, well, I guess I just have to wait, and then I'll restart the stream later when I get my email. But it is working. It's up. It's on my phone. So I just gotta wait. Actually, let me see. This is crazy. I'm really surprised that this DNS takes so long to update. I just filled with some DNS settings in my router. See if that makes any difference. It probably doesn't, but you never know. Nope. All right. Well, the tunnel's up and working. Well, no, but it's running in a separate terminal. So let's do this. Let's go back and get this running in its own little world. We need to fix this and figure out why it doesn't like this. Token. It should get the token. See, this is wrong. Not to the file parsing, right? You need to escape them in the command using an extra $. Okay. Nope. That. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it did. Yeah, that worked. Okay. So we're going to bring this back up. We will take this tunnel down. Oh, nope. That exited. Oh, because Mastodon wasn't up. So is the Cloudflare thing up? No, it's restarting. Why is it restarting? Provided tunnel token is not valid. Sure it is. I just used it. Oops. Why isn't my token valid? Should be. Or is there something stupid about that it needs to be in this? Seems a little odd, seems questionable, but okay. Like that. No, still exiting. No, yeah, see, it doesn't like this. I fucking hate this about Docker. Escaping the $, so the variable is not substituted immediately, but later in the container environment. No. If you forget, use compose interprecify as an environment variable and warns you. Right, so it's basically looking for it in the shell first. Yeah, so I need to move that thing. So if I move, so if I move .m.cloudflare to .env, and then I remove this because we don't need it, and then I fix this to be that, and I run docker compose up. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Okay. So what I can do is I'm gonna again leave this up and running. So I'm gonna detach it. And we're in good shape. So server's up and running. And I just wish DNS wasn't slow and I wasn't getting throttled by the email provider that I just signed up for. So we're just gonna have to wait a little bit because I'm delayed according to that. So yeah, we'll have to come back and wait until this thing gets itself updated. But then we should be in good shape. I mean, I signed up. It works on my phone. Yeah, I'm literally just waiting for my email. So, all right, well, we'll come back and we'll finish the setup when DNS is cooperating.